Are they really like a news organization where we need to fact check, or we need to make sure that what we're putting out there, because our name is behind it, and we want to make sure it's as neutral and as, objective as possible, what are we going to do? So I do feel like, we're at the verge of this really interesting intersection of where news is changing from just, news outlets to this whole social media thing. And even our news outlets today, we all know, are politicized. Right? So you listen to one news outlet versus the other, and it's night and day. And they're talking about the same thing. How do we monitor that? How do we, and I don't want to say control, but it feels like what we're trying to do is somewhat control the narrative too.
Yeah. What's interesting though, too, so going back to the question around corporate responsibility. So if we're saying, listen, Meta is a social platform to connect, say what you want, find your community of people who agree with it. Yes, you use it as a news source, but is that really where are we a news platform? Not really. So they kind of have that gray area. But when we go back to the question around what is their corporate responsibility in a world where people don't have the critical thinking of fact checking themselves, maybe it's Meta's corporate responsibility to ensure that people understand that not everything that you read is real and provide certain tools on how to fact, because I think that is more powerful than just saying, we have a small team who's going to try to whack-a-mole things that it's impossible to catch everything. I think it would be really smart for them and for that team take away some of that onus on them and to again bring it back to the community and say, here are resources in terms of how to spot misinformation, how to fact check yourself, how to critically think about the media, the social media that you are consuming, right? I think that will be an important tool that they should incorporate moving forward amongst X and Wikipedia and everything else. Because if you do that, you're kind of checking the whole corporate responsibility piece there and then leaving it to the community. If I were Mark Zuckerberg, that's what I would do.
And I like that you're bringing up Wikipedia. And a lot of times that comes down to more of a facts are facts, I guess. But